I'm Karen, and I'm a yarn addict. I finished my shawl. Ta-da! Mandy's wearing it. I had to put y'all all the way out there so you could see it. Isn't this beautiful? I don't know if y'all can see the side here. I used a bigger hook because I like a bigger hook with the yarn, and I had to cut out a big section because it would have been so big it would have come down even to my knees and it would have been so wide I wouldn't have been able to do anything with it. But this is a beautiful pattern, y'all. Beautiful. I love it. It is a chart, and to me, though, charts are really, really simple to read. I can a lot of times look at a chart and understand more than like someone who's wrote words down on a pattern, because sometimes the way people write things may be a little different from the way you're thinking about it, and when you have a chart, you've got every stitch that's on there and what you're going to do. Anyway, that's just up to everybody's preference, I guess. And I just started out telling you just, hi, I'm Karen. But this is my channel, and I'm going to come get y'all. Because I can't see you to talk to you. If I don't see myself, I'm sorry for all the moving. If I don't see myself, I don't feel like I'm talking to y'all. Well, I asked y'all what all you wanted to know about me. Hey, I got this a little closer, I just noticed. Dumb me. But look, y'all can see the beautiful, beautiful pattern that this is. And when this yarn comes down here to this darker color, look how pretty that is. It's gorgeous. The yarn is beautiful. It's the Hobby. I got it from Hobby, and it's the King Cotton Twirls. It's 100% cotton, and it's beautiful. So, I've jumped around 4 different places, hadn't I, without saying. But I asked y'all to, if you wanted to know any questions about me. And I had several questions, and I had a couple of, 3 or 4 people just said they wanted to know everything. So I'm going to answer some of the questions. And the main thing is people wanted to know about my crochet journey. And as I was starting to say, this is my channel, and I'm going to do my best to try to tell people that haven't been here in the beginning kind of what they're watching. I am a yarn addict because I love yarn, and I'd buy yarn every day if I could and had a place to put it. Now, I guess I'd make myself stop a little bit before I'd have to use up some. But I do love yarn. I just love yarn to look at it and to see the colors in it. And I know a lot of y'all out there understand exactly what I'm talking about, because there's some yarns that I don't even want to use. I've just bought them to look at them. My husband would, Mr. Not Dear, would go a little crazy and tell me I'd lost my mind, but he's beginning to understand a little more. But I'm going to start off with my crochet journey, and then I'll tell y'all a few more things about my life that people ask me. I learned to crochet from my sister when I was 13 years old. She had started working with a lady. It was between 13 and 14. I guess I might have been, I think it was the summer, maybe I just turned 14. Anyway, between 13 and 14. I always have said 13 because I thought that was when it was. It doesn't matter. I'm getting too involved in details here. My sister's left-handed and I'm right-handed, and that was a little bit tricky about her teaching me how to crochet, but I did learn, and I believe to begin with, for years that I crocheted, I did things backwards being she was left-handed. But I really didn't crochet from 13 on, you know. I crocheted because it was fun and I was learning a new thing, and basically I was making granny squares and a granny square blanket, and you know, I'd make squares and put them together. Uh, and I always wanted to make, you know, other stuff, but as time went on, the newness wore off, and you know, I quit crocheting. And I got married, and when I was pregnant with my first child, I thought, I'm going to start crocheting. Well, things just kind of got busy, of course, with the baby, and my sister crocheted some beautiful blankets for me. But I didn't start back crocheting at that time. Uh, I would pick up, I'd get some yarn, and I would crochet, you know, up a baby blanket when people in the family were having babies and or friends of mine and things like that. And after my kids were born, but I wasn't crocheting anything like I am now. It was just a crochet this up and, you know, then stop for a while, then start crocheting again, and basically blankets and hats and a few scarves and stuff like that was all that I had crocheted. Um, Going on 2 years now. Well, after my granddaughter was born, I did start crocheting again and bought a bunch of yarn up and made her some stuff when she was little, about 2 or 3. Uh, she had, I'll never forget it, I made her a slouchy boggin, and evidently it was stretchable enough because she wore that boggin for like 3 or 4 years. She loved it. And I would tell her, I'd say, I'll make you another one. And it was like, no, I want this one. I want this one. So she wore that poor thing out. She loved it so much. But when my daughter, back in 2018, uh, got pregnant with her second child, which is Hazel now, she wanted me to crochet her a blanket for Hazel. So we went to Hobby Lobby, and I picked out, but with her, I didn't know exactly what I was getting into. Basically, and that's some of the questions that people ask, like what kind of yarns did I use to begin with, and has that changed, and all about things like that. And yes, to begin with, I just bought acrylic, and I'd buy some of the baby yarn. I don't even remember what kind, but when I was crocheting Hazel's blanket, we bought the extra thick jumbo cotton from Yarn Bee. It's like I think a 6, bulky, and I crocheted her a humongous blanket. It's not a baby blanket, it's a blanket that covered the bed. But my daughter was thrilled with it, and I was happy. And during all of that time, I started crocheting more. I started making some amigurumis because I'd never done that before. So with YouTube, that was great to see how. And so I started making. I've made Hazel a bunny. I've made her those babies I showed y'all back. I wish I had them here, and I never bring everything I need, y'all. Y'all know that. But I made her a bear, and then I just started making some of those babies like that I've made. And one day I guess I'll get them out and try to sell them. Oh me, I've just kind of had them and held on to them, and My boys have been like, well, Mama, why don't you make those and try to sell them? And I said, well, I will one day. So they're just nicely packed away right now. But yes, my yarn choices changed immensely. Um, I started buying just cottons, and I love cottons. I love different cotton blends. I love just all kind of cottons, the different types of cottons, the different how yarn is when it's blended with different things with cotton. And I guess that's my favorite yarn. That's an answer to one question, what was my favorite yarn? And really, one of my, I can't tell you just I've got exactly one, but one of my favorite all-time yarns to use is Lion Brand's Comfy Cotton, which is a 50-50 blend, if I'm right, with cotton and polyester. This video is going to end up and be way too long for me to try to finish it all today, because we'd sit here for an hour or more and talk, and y'all would be like, good grief, cut that woman off. But I'll get out a bunch of things one day and show y'all, because I'd love to show y'all all the different types of cottons I have now. And like I said, I want to do some reviews on a lot of it, so I'll start showing some of that to y'all when, along with the stuff that I'm looking for a new project since I finished this. I know I've got my rugs that I got to do, but I can't sit here and just crochet rugs, so I got to come up with another project to do. But let me see right quick on the, do I do other crafts? And through the years I've done a little bit of everything. The main thing I did back when I was working, I love refurbishing furniture. I have done no telling what all beautiful pieces of furniture. But that was before my neck surgeries and all like that, and I don't know if I could get out there and handle a piece of furniture anymore. So, but I've done embroidery. I love to embroider things, but I just haven't done it in years. You know how you do these things when you're younger, and then it kind of gets put aside and you don't. And I just really haven't picked it back up, because I feel like I've got enough right now to do with my crochet, and that's what I'm mainly interested in. So I may start back embroidering, you know, sometime in the future, but right now, just don't. I love to paint, but I cannot draw for the world. I've watched different videos, like doing landscapes and stuff like that, and I love to do that. Of course, I don't show very many of those to any people. Even my family has seen very few of those, because they turn out being a mess. But I love them, because I just love doing it. I think I wrote down a lot of these things that at some point in time, Angela asked me, I'll go on and get to some of my life history, and then we'll come back and do another video, and I'll throw in a little bit of this all along for the next several videos till I get all of my life history to y'all. Angela asked if I was a Braves fan. Yes, I'm an Atlanta Braves fan, but I don't go crazy about it. I love it when they're winning, and I'm not but about 50 miles from Atlanta, so it is a thrill when the Braves are doing good. And I mean, I watch the Braves anytime. When my husband's not a real big sports fan, so Mr. Knott just, he spent his life in the pasture getting up cattle, so he didn't have time for a lot of sports. Growing up, that's, and then once we started our business, his life's just been more or less dedicated to working and business and all like that. And a couple of people wanted to know if I had ever lived anywhere but Georgia. Nope, I was born about 15 miles from where I live now. I grew up there in a smaller town called Carrollton, Georgia, and then I got married and moved here to Bowdon, Georgia. And Bowdon is smaller, a lot smaller than Carrollton. It's just a small little community here that we love and have made our life here. And Darla wanted to know if I ever worked outside the home. And I can't go into all of this either because I've got stories I could tell y'all forever. Like I say, I'll start filling y'all in. But yes, I did work outside the home. My husband and I had a trucking company, we had a truck brokerage, and we have our cattle farm. In 2017, when I had to have another major surgery on my neck, I had it down at Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida. He turned 65 that year, and we had already closed the truck brokerage and the trucking company. We had gotten down to just a few trucks, and one of our main customers had gone out of business at that time, so he retired and we closed it down. One of the best things I feel like we did after all of those years we spent in it. But up until 2011, when I had my first surgery, I worked from morning till night. My kids were older, and I was able to, concentrate more. But the first surgeries did away with me working ever again. But I wanted to show y'all the shawl, which is beautiful, and Reggie and Tracy, thank y'all for hosting this. It's the Sis Love Cow 2020, and it ends today, and I'm going to post a picture of my shawl on Reggie at J Hook Crochet and Tracy at Crochet Rossetti. I'm going to post a picture of it in their Facebook groups, and I'll put a picture of it in my Facebook group. And we will continue with my story, so any other questions that y'all want to ask me, feel free to ask, and I'll start throwing in. We'll have a section of Karen's crochet journey in life. No, y'all probably start saying, please quit telling us about stuff, Karen. Just forget it. Oh, me. But I do have a Facebook group that I would love for any of y'all that have Facebook, and I understand everybody doesn't have Facebook, but if you do have Facebook, please come on over and join us in my Facebook group. And I do have Instagram and Twitter, and I would love for you to join me over there. I'm trying to put more pictures on Instagram and trying to do a little more stuff, so it'll build up as time goes on. This was something new to me, the Instagram, and I've gotten a little older and not as young as I once was to jump in and be able just to do everything. Oh man, I am 62 years old. I'm retired because I'm disabled now, but crocheting has been a blessing to me. And it has given me something to do again, and where through the years I would have loved to have been able to crochet like I do now. I was working and busy with my family to where I couldn't, but I just love it that I do it now. And in November of last year, 2019, was when I started my channel. And having this YouTube channel has been one of the biggest blessings I have had. It's just ranks right up there because I've met so many wonderful people, and I love y'all all so much. Not going to keep you for an hour here. I'm going to let you go, and I will start adding in a little more things about my life and what I used to do and what I'm doing now. And next time I see you, hopefully I'll have a new project. And I hope y'all liked this shawl. I thought it was just a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. And I may make it again one day. But if y'all haven't subscribed, I think you can see my subscribe bill over there. Go down there and hit that subscribe button and then hit the little notification bell beside it. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. And I know a lot of y'all can't comment on videos because you're watching on other devices. But if you can comment, please, please, please go down below in the comment section and leave me a comment, please. And then, all of y'all do know what you got to, I feel like my lights are brighter, but I feel like I'm over here still kind of in the dark. But I'll get this situated at some point in time. And I'll keep my eyes open. Sometimes I think when I'm talking and doing this, I think, Karen, you are so stupid. Why did you? But I don't edit videos. So y'all just get what I did, and I hope y'all enjoy it. But I want y'all, and it's not just me saying it, I truly do want all of you out there, each and every one of you, all of you out there, please keep coming back because I'm going to be here. And y'all know it. I gotta hit this. I tried my other button and my little dingy button wouldn't do it, so I gotta hit it like this. I love you all.